Hi everyone, Rach here from Inky Planners. Welcome to a look at how my ink usage went in July, what I'm going to do for August, and I thought I would also update the fountain pens that I've got, because I realise that other than showing some when I've got them, I haven't actually done a video like that since November of last year. So yeah, hopefully this won't take forever. So my currently inked page, I haven't had to re-ink anything, and I haven't actually finished anything. I have got very little left of the Ink Studio 231, the Herbin Vert Prix, I think the Three Oysters Peacock Green is also very close to being done. Oh yeah, I don't know how well it's going to show up. So I am close on several, and also I think the Diamine, the Autumn Oak is also nearly done. Yeah, see, there's barely anything left in there, but there's probably still a page of writing in that. I just haven't written as much as I thought I would write this month. So I think my plan going forward is, because at the moment, I feel like I wrote in July normal usage, other than I didn't do as much transcribing as I could and should have done. I am transcribing a book I brought on my Kindle that I really loved and was going to buy a physical copy of, and then decided to use it as my transcribing novel. So I haven't done as much of that this month as I could and should have. So I probably would have, and I was finishing off this Herbin Vert Green. I would have had that done if I had been a bit more conscientious. So I think that because of that, like normal writing, I think what I'm going to do is my currently inks will, what's the word? I'm brain dead at the moment. Go over 2 months, so July and August. And what I'll do is, if I want to re-ink anything, like I really like this Diamine Autumn Oak, I'll just make a note that I've re-inked it, and I will use it through August as well. This Herbin Bleu Provence, I've still got a whole heap of that left, so that won't be re-inked anyway. It's a cartridge. I'll empty the cartridge, and then any of these others that are close to being done, I will actually choose other colours, so you'll see that again at the end of August. So I'm not going to do an August currently inked. I will finish what I've got, and then I will show you what I either re-inked, which possibly is Autumn Oak, and what I choose to replace what's finished. I think that's probably how I'm going to do it for now. I think that's all I was going to say on that. So because of that, that's when I thought I would look at the fountain pens. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I've managed to get a nice Desk Bandit sticker off the tissue paper. There's still a little bit of tissue paper, and stick it on my book so that it gets the love, because I do spend a bit of money there, as well as Goulet pens. Anyway, we'll have to go on to the back soon. Not that there's any orders. I still haven't placed it. It is now August in New Zealand, and it will be August when you watch the video. So no by July overseas orders has stopped, and I can now order. But I haven't. Anyway, so back in November, these were the fountain pens that I owned at that point in time. So I think the oldest pen I've got is this lime green Lamy with a medium nib. And then I had this Jinhao, does it tell me here? I can't, no it doesn't, but I think it's a, what did we work, are they 750s? I think that's right, X750. I had this also for a while, and because I then, you'll see, went on and got some more, one of them was a black as well, so I just stuck a little bit of washi on it to differentiate between the two. And then I had this Demonstrator Lamy, again that's a medium nib, so those are actually all mediums. And then I think I brought this Platinum Preppy with an extra fine nib, and at the time I've only used it, I think, with one ink. I don't know if I've got it recorded enough in here to, I didn't write it down because it was, I started this book after I used that pen. To the best of my knowledge, I have only used that with the Ferris Wheel Press Mirror of Moraine, and it was not pleasant. And I don't know if it was very scratchy to write with, so I think part of it is the nib, but it looked like I need to try a darker ink in this and see how it goes. I see that I can still see ink in the feed, so I'm probably going to have to run some more water through it. And then my first TWSBI Eco was this Demonstrator, Clear Demonstrator as well. And I can't see off the top of my head what the nib is. It'll either be fine or extra fine, because I was thinking I didn't really like mediums. But I actually really enjoy writing with this Jinhao. I'd show you, but the book is at the bottom of the pile over there, so I don't think I'll go down that track. And I actually really like writing with the Lamy's medium as well. So I think, even though everything I think I've brought since then is medium or extra fine, fine or extra fine, I think I would like to get at some point one more a medium. If I'm going to buy a pen, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Anyway, so what I'll do, I think I won't go in any particular order other than the last, that thing annoys me. Other than the last pen I got, I won't go in any particular order. We'll just work down. I'll get this out of the way. This is the Kakamori brass nib with the Sakura wood holder, and I love this actually. I haven't done any real, other than I've only used it for swatching. I haven't done any like write in a diary with it or anything, partly because I don't have a holder for, I can get one here. Well, actually, what am I talking about? I don't have a holder. I've got a blimmin' great big empty thing. Getting in here with this, it gets this really dirty, and I hold quite close. So I need an inkwell, I think. I'm not going to stress too much about getting it soon, but I think in order for me to like transcribe a page, for example, this ink needs to be put into an inkwell so I can just dip and write, and it's only filling up the brass rather than dirtying the whole thing. But that aside, I love that. It's really made, certainly swatching and words are just not working today. Whatever. I got a Pilot Kakuno. This is just a little cheap thing, and I'm just trying to see if the light will, this is a fine, and I really like this little pen, and I keep toying with buying another one, but I haven't, and I'm just solely using this with a Pilot Black ink cartridge so that I do not have to enter the realm of black ink samples. I have enough problems. I did get a Quaco, Kaweco. Be nice to know how you say that properly. This is the Perkio, I believe. I didn't even realise I had got it. I know. This looks like it says it's a medium. I haven't got anything magnified. Yes, I have this contraption. I don't know if it'll be able to show me without actually putting it on. And the light, get some light. Yeah, that actually says it's a medium. Unless I'm looking at the wrong place. Does that look like an N? I don't know all these nibs. Because I don't think I have any records to find out for sure. And it's got a converter. And I think it's fine. I don't think I have any problems with that. I got earlier on in the piece, before I was thinking I'm going to start spending too much money, that's where I started looking at these sort of cheaper pens, if you like. I did get a second TWSBI Eco in white, and I certainly learnt not to fill the whole barrel with ink. So this has got alt oh, words, Rachel. It's got this in it. So, and it's taking a while. I can see that it's gone down, but I'm not using it fast enough. And this should be a fine. Again, I don't know in the light if I can see that. Some of them are really easy to see and some of them aren't. But I really enjoy writing with the TWSBIs as well. And the Lammies, hence two new. Well, they're not brand new right now, but I've been using them for a while. Two new Lammies, and they are fine nibs. The older two are mediums. I'm actually thinking one might be extra fine, but again, I just can't see. I think that says extra. Yeah, I can see it now. So that navy is actually extra fine. And I'm assuming that pink one maybe is just fine. Okay, in this here tray, see, it's all growing. I did get, because that Preppy was extra fine, I did look at getting a fine, I believe. Says 03, so I'm not sure. I believe this is a fine platinum Preppy, just to give it another chance, and well, it's pretty. So we should keep the families together, shouldn't we? Those two, those four. Are we all in screen? Yeah. You're the odd one out. Look at that. I need a better surface. And then, well, I actually got fairly early on in the piece when I was looking at getting new pens. I brought this set off Amazon of Genhao X750s. And I believe they are all mediums. I don't think you don't really have a choice. And again, I don't think I can see it on here. Mind you, it does look like it's the same. I think they are all mediums. And they've been hit and miss. Like this one, which I've had for a few years, I've had no problems with. It writes beautifully. I'm very happy with it. But these ones have been hit and miss. I was using this transcribing with a converter, and I was having to wind the converter to get the ink to go through to be used. It just wasn't flowing through the pen nicely. I've also had one, and again I think it was this one, where I just had a major ink explosion out the front, and had to change the pen and stuff completely. But I think, yeah, I will try them. They take both cartridges, universal, the standard cartridge, or they have some converters, and some of the converters work and some of them don't. Like, I do feel like I've got one or two converters that just didn't work at all. There's no suction. I think that I had some problems, but I will just keep working through them again and figuring out which are the duds and which aren't, and then I will probably just discard the duds so I don't keep having the same problem again. So them, spin shot. Yeah. So that's what have we got? What are those? Is it? What did I call these again? They're platinum, so they're not pilots. Okay, so that's on its own then. Kaweco. And the last pen that I actually got was this Kaweco Sport in navy, and I think it's going to be the only one I buy. Okay, so those are sort of more metally bodies, but everything else is plastic. But this is just like light plastic. It really, I'm not sold on these pens at all. Yes, certainly they look pretty in all the Instagram photos and things like that. I think it writes all right. I've got piles and piles of paper, but nothing I can actually. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. Let's just tear a page out of here. I can't remember. I have been using it. And I have small enough hands that I can actually write it without posting. Yeah, it's okay to write with, but it feels cheap plastic compared to the other ones that are plastic. I kind of just forget that they're plastic, whereas my overriding thought when I got this was, this is just a cheap plastic pen, and yet it wasn't a cheap plastic pen. Those are a cheap plastic pen. That's a cheap plastic pen. This is, yeah, I'm not sold, and I probably won't buy another one of those. So yeah, that is where we are at, and I haven't got any plans to buy any new pens or more pens at the moment. Someone's dog has just wandered onto the property, but they've gone and retrieved it. That's good. Yeah, I don't have any more plans at the moment. I don't know whether I'll treat myself to a pen for birthday. I can't at the moment justify spending hundreds of dollars on a pen, especially because being down here at the bottom of the world, I don't even think there's a shop here that has anything other than probably Lami's that I can go and try. Like, I see the Just Turnings, the guy in Australia with the pretty barrels and things, but it's a lot of money Australian, and then it's got to be sent to New Zealand, and if you don't like it, like I opened this and I just didn't really enjoy it. So I think if I'm gonna get anything else, it might be some more TWSBIs. I like the idea of a rainbow of TWSBIs, I will admit. And then it might just be some cheaper pens with different sized nibs to try them out. Like, I haven't tried a broad nib or anything like that. Will I like it? I don't know. So I might look at some of the more cheaper type pens to try those sorts of things out. But, you know, I mean, that's a pretty big array anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, and then that. And that's, I just realised, it doesn't include the 2 glass dip pens I've got as well. But to be honest, since I've got this, I haven't used those anyway. I just prefer that. So that is my fountain pen collection now. Can I remember the 5 I originally had? That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So that's what I started with, and that's where we are now. So there we go. Share your thoughts. Am I controversial? Should I give it? No, I'm not. What do you agree or disagree? Let's go down that route. Okay, I will catch you in another video soon enough. I think I've still got 1 or 2 more haul videos from before July to put up. So you expect to see another swatching video very soon. Anyway, I shall leave you for now, and I will catch you again soon. Bye everyone.